And how is everybody doing today? Is everybody having a good day today? Because it is Monday. I hope you all are having an excellent day. I so far am. It's been a good start to the week. I've gotten a lot done. I feel good. Got great sleep. Had a great weekend with the wife. And I mean, fucking fabulous, awesome. Such a good time weekend. Relaxing weekend with the wife. Dealing with clients, dealing with work. We got Valentine's Day coming up this week. Or well, next week, but a week from today, technically. But the wife and I are going to indulge over the weekend. I think not indulge necessarily in food and stuff like that, but we are getting away together. So I hope all of you are having a great fucking week too. So I'm going to say hi to a few people. We're going to let some people join. We are going to talk about why we need to address obesity in America, and we're going to talk about how to possibly check to see if you need to address obesity. We are going to do a check for 15 days to slow the spread of obesity. Yes, it's the play of 15 days to slow the spread of a virus, which is fucking stupid, but spreading the fucking, because you see the thing is with viruses, you want to get it out of the environment as quickly as possible. You don't want the pathogen spreading around because like when you spread it out, it doesn't actually save lives. It just like it actually costs more lives as seen, just to be technical. But when you spread it out, it's to avoid the hospital systems being overloaded. But we're going to see why we need to fucking look at our lifestyle choices to make it so we don't have to worry about the hospitals in that type of fucking way. So we're going to wait for some people to get on. But Little Ing, I could go for some of that. I've been eating high quality pork chops, veggies lately, staying away from ultra processed foods. Staying away from ultra processed foods is the key. We will talk about that. 21-day challenge to commit to better eating, moving, living. This world needs men like Alan Roberts. Oh, thank you. Alan, hope you're doing well. I'm doing fucking phenomenal. Scientists are reporting that if you shake your duvet too hard while making your bed, it can cause a heart attack. Did everybody see the fucking snow thing? Like, if you shovel, you may have an undiagnosed heart attack and may possibly die, or undiagnosed heart condition and possibly die. Like, here's the thing: if you live in a cold climate and have never had to shovel fucking snow before, how the fuck did you make it through life? If you've gotten to the point where you have an undiagnosed heart condition, how have you never shoveled fucking snow before to find it? And I'm going to point out this. If you are so frail that you cannot survive a fucking natural occurrence such as snowfall, maybe and getting yourself out of your fucking abode, maybe you should check that. Random ghost finally made it to a live. What's up, motherfucker? Janet, how are you doing? Elizabeth, hello all. Looking forward to another honest dialogue about how this country is slowly killing itself and why the snowflakes are rather call out their oppression instead of fixing their issues. I fucking real it. I'm here for my daily dose of reality. Evening all. How the fuck are you doing? Nice to see truth seekers and speak. I hear you. Jen Louise, how are you doing? Daisy, NV, how are you? Just in case anybody was wondering. I gotta check something. I literally just got a notification that I might be in trouble on Facebook. No? Okay, we're good. So what we see right here, everybody, that is our coaching. Crystal and I help people on a daily basis. We communicate with them. Weekly video conference calls. We visually see them. We help them focus on satiation and satisfaction while doing activity that they enjoy. We don't build some sort of crazy diet with crazy workout regimen. We change their lifestyle to a healthier one, and then to a healthier one, and then to a healthier one. We don't make it so there's this on and off switch. The on and off switch is very, very, very bad. An on and off switch, if you have ever said, I fell off my diet, you need to fucking throw that shit away. And you need to develop a healthier lifestyle because you cannot fall off of a lifestyle. You can fucking definitely get back into bad habits, but you don't fuck with a lifestyle. You need to develop a lifestyle. The on and off switch and yo-yoing is worse than anything. We can help you. Check out our coaching. That deal, the live coaching special deal right there, is for a radically discounted price compared to what we normally do. We do one per fucking session. One person per live session gets that, and then it's not up for the rest of the time. So once a day, 5 days a week, we will accept the client at that rate. But we have very few of those still left because we did it as like a bulk promo thing. And that will probably be, the special will probably be a thing of the past here soon. We're getting very full. So please do take advantage of that right now. It is on the deal is on PayPal, and I do believe PayPal allows you to pay for it in 4 installments too, if you choose to. And it is for 3 months, so you could pay for 3 months worth of coaching over a 4-month period of time based off of this special at a very discounted price. I would check it out if I was you. If you need help, I would check it out. Anyway, what do you think about meditation? Do you think it helps at all with weight loss? If it can reduce stress and lower cortisol levels and help the person get better sleep, I absolutely do. Cats are all over me. Everybody's always like, you have cat hair all over you. I fucking have cats. I don't know what to fucking tell people. I have cats. If you don't like the cat hair, don't fucking watch. It's like people that complain about the swearing. Where the fuck have you been? I mean, why do you always swear? Always implies that you've seen more than one fucking video. So why the fuck are you still here? I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, we live in a society where literally people complain about shit that's optional to them. You know? Like, it is completely optional for people to watch people like me or Joe Rogan or anybody. It is completely optional. You do not need to fucking do it. If the argument is that, like, well, you're misinformation, one, prove that what I say is misinformation. Because I'm about to list off a bunch of shit here today that is from the CDC. So let's just be fucking clear. What is misinformation? If you say I'm spouting misinformation, I would love to hear how anybody can retort me with data to state that it's misinformation. This has been my point for the last 2 years. If I use the actual statistics and data that you're using and I say, well, it means this, tell me how it doesn't. Show me how it doesn't. Show me how the words that they are using themselves do not somehow transfer over to what I'm saying. And I'll fucking listen. I'm good with it. I think we should have open and honest debate about the data and information. I think that's why there should not be things listed as misinformation. There can be false data. If we had false data flying around, I could see people fucking saying shit. But misinformation based off of the data, what the fuck? That's opinion. That's scientific method, you dumb fucks. You dumb fuck. You gotta be full on fucking stupid to call an opinion based on the data misinformation when it is if it is not a viable hypothesis, the data itself would refute it. Like, you get how stupid they are treating you, right? Okay, anyway, not you folks. You folks are good. Keep up the great work. Thanks for the motivation, healthier living. My motherfucker. KO Stradivarius. Nice, I like the fucking name. Made it on time. No thanks to YouTube. Reminder didn't go off. Please click on the notification bell. I have been going round and round with YouTube. They claim they're notifying everybody. They say people don't have the notification bell on. So all of you, please do. Go make sure you clicked on the notification bell and you have it to all. And then hopefully you'll get them. Now, if you do that and then you don't get notifications, then talk again. But please do. Trying to hurt some feelings. Probably yes, probably no. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand how what I say, I still have cat hair on me. I don't understand how what I say can hurt people's feelings. If I am wrong, if I am just wrong, prove me wrong and hurt my feelings. Not that it would hurt my feelings, but anyway, when I lived in northern Minnesota, how you doing, Jessica? I shoveled snow for a workout. I challenged myself. That's what I'm fucking saying. If you are so fucking soft that you cannot do an active daily living, please fucking check yourself. I just released a video a little earlier, based off Stacey Abrams looking like she was, down on the floor and couldn't get up. But in front of like her sitting there not wearing a mask in front of a bunch of masked children. Like, she is fucking severely morbidly obese. Like, she's fucking obese. And she is genetically predisposed to hypertension and all sorts of fucking shit. She's not wearing a mask. But the children that are at almost absolutely no fucking risk, statistically speaking, they're wearing masks. Society's stupid as fuck. Anyway, Kelly Hans, how the fuck are you doing? Chris Overlords, I trained legs and then did snow removal. Motherfucker. Hell yeah. Only 365 more days to flatten the curve. No shit. Fucking crazy. I am fat. You should try not to be. Atlas Stone, if you're not a troll, you can check out the coaching. Please do. We do have, along with that coaching, There is the 30-minute consultation, which comes with a month free of the app. You get all the access to live and pre-recorded videos that the wife does. But this is set up right here because she was just walking with people. Like she actually is doing like multiple times a week, just like encouraging people to walk and walking with them and talking with them about stuff. Like you get access to all that. You can track all your stuff through our app. So you get a 30-minute consultation for $35 and a month of our app, including the live and pre-recorded yoga and hit style training and walks and all sorts of crazy shit. So it's a fabulous fucking deal, and you get your questions answered. So you should check us up, check it out. Hey, Alan, I've been doing really good with exercise and eating better. My dad recently passed away. I'm very sorry to hear that. And my mom has been diagnosed with a heart condition. I have been sad and slipping in taking care of myself. Any advice to get back on track? Lisa, again, my condolences for your loss. But I really just, and I know this may sound hard, but you should look to your parents, to know they would want you to live a long time, long, happy, healthy time. If your mother has a heart condition, if it's not lifestyle induced and related, it could be something that's genetic, which definitely should get you thinking very much about making sure you stay healthy. Staying healthy is the thing. And Lisa, we are going to be talking about heart disease here quite a bit in about just a couple minutes after I'm done saying hi to everybody. So we'll get back to that. I've gotten back into some bad habits. We can help you with that too. Our coaching, we can help you with that, Lisa. I'm telling you, we can help you with that. Yeah. That's literally what we do is habit transformation. That's literally what we do. I am fat. I understand food very clearly. I am an agricultural engineer. I lost 100 pounds, but sometimes I lose my drive. How to get that back when I remember the name is. Here's the thing. For Lisa, for Atlas, for other people, there shouldn't be some huge need there shouldn't be some huge motivation need. If you have set it up where you like the food you're eating on a consistent basis, where you occasionally indulge in something eaten only for pleasure, so you don't feel too restricted, and you get healthy, consistent activity that you like, if you do that and eat 90 to 95% of that food from whole food sources, 5 to 10% maximum of your caloric intake through ultra processed items. If you that is what you should say. There should be no need to get back on or off motivation, anything like that. And habits, like Lisa did list it off right. Habits are the thing, like making sure you're consistently doing it. Okay. Anyway. It's not cat hair, it's kitty glitter. I fucking love it, Lady Hawk. That's good. That's good. Charlie Nelson, how the fuck are you doing? You got Leland Gaunt, what's going on? I eat a lot. I sleep a lot. Can't control my hunger. I eat one big meal at a time. Well, I can help you. I mean, I can absolutely help you through our coaching. I can say that if you eat a lot and sleep a lot and can't control your hunger, if you can't control your hunger, there's nothing I can say in a live that quickly that will help you. It is a matter of controlling your hunger based off of actually finding out exactly what you're eating, how you're eating, your history of eating, any type of issues with food, that sort of thing. So I can help you, but it would take at least a 30-minute consultation. I'm just going to be real. Roz Live, what's going on? How the fuck are you doing? How is? I mean, for real, I'm just very. It's going to be a good week. Okay, we're good to go there. I'm just setting up all my links here. Up to 110 pounds after going all the way down to 88 pounds. That's 88 pounds, unless you're super short, that's super light. Around 20 more to go. 130 is where I fall around. Feeling so much better, energetic, happier. That's very good. Very, very, very good. Very good. I didn't get a notification at all. Typical. If the government actually cared about public health, they'd use tax money to fund public gyms for people. I agree. Facebook have gone on record saying that their fact checker's opinion. They have fact checked the British Medical Journal. It's fucking crazy. It really is. So here's reality, right? 15 days to slow the spread of obesity. Why do we need to slow the spread of obesity? Why are people even concerned with this? Why am I concerned? Why have myself and my wife made our life's work helping people to lose weight and get a hold of their eating disorders and shit like that? Why is it important? Let me pull up one quick statistic fairly quickly, right? So we've just gone through, I don't know, pretty good time where uh, we paid very close attention to the hospital systems and how overloaded they were, how important it was to possibly in some way. Wow, I got a lot of fucking people on here. Hey, on the chat, what's going on? What's up, motherfuckers? But how important it is in order to protect the hospital system, right? It's just massively important to protect the hospital system. Let's see, which one did I want? We'll go with this one first. No, that's not the one I want. We are going to go with, and this is how you guys know, by the way, that this is just off the top of my fucking head. Yeah, I mean, for real, this is literally off the top of my fucking head. This is how I do. Okay, share, bam. All right, here we go. So this, by the way, just so everybody understands, just so everybody is super duper ooper clear. So everybody understands that this is not about me trying in some way to, try to fucking deceive people or anything like that. This is the CDC. This is the Center for Disease Control. This is their website. This is the National Center for Chronic Disease Prevention and Health Promotion, NCCDP-HP. What the fuck? And this says Chronic Disease in America. CDC's National Center for Chronic Disease Prevention and Health Promotion, which, by the way, did anybody know that we actually have a Center for Chronic Disease Prevention? And I would like to know how much these people get fucking paid because they suck at their fucking job. If we have a whole tax-supported fucking division to stop the chronic disease prevention, and for the last 2 fucking years, they have not mentioned the fact that chronic disease is, in fact, the fucking biggest thing when it comes to comorbidities for the pandemic, yet alone beforehand. That's pretty fucked up. In 2020, there was a study that stated that 86% of all healthcare burden, 86% of all healthcare burden was chronic illness related. Was chronic illness fucking related. That is, by the way, the leading causes of death and disability and leading drivers of the nation's, this is on the CDC website, the leading causes of death and disability and leading drivers of the nation's $3.8 trillion fucking dollars in annual healthcare costs is chronic disease. 6 in 10 adults in the U.S. have a chronic disease. 4 in 10 have 2 or more. Heart disease, cancer, chronic lung disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, diabetes, chronic kidney disease. The key lifestyle risks for chronic disease: tobacco use, poor nutrition, lack of physical activity, and excess alcohol use. How often do you hear this on the news? How often do you hear this put out there? The thing that costs us the most fucking money, that could be prevented, is chronic illness. 90% of all type 2s, there's actually a different statistic here. When I was reading earlier, give me a second. Give me one more second. Keep giving me seconds. Here's one I'm going to put over here. This is Fight Chronic Disease. Here's another CDC statistic coming at you. This one, chronic disease costs lives, reducing equality, and this is off of the growing crisis of disease. This is from fightchronicdisease.org. Chronic disease are the leading cause of death and disability in the United States. 133 million Americans, 45% of the population, have at least one chronic disease. Chronic diseases are responsible for 7 out of every 10 deaths in the U.S., killing more than 1.7 million Americans a fucking year. 1.7 million Americans a fucking year, and not one fucking word. Where was the fucking hysteria about this shit? Where was the call to fucking try to get everybody fucking healthy about this shit? Where was the absolute level of panic that we saw in 2020 about this shit beforehand? Where the fuck was it? Where the fuck was it? Because if it is all about saving every fucking life possible, why are we slapping Tess Holliday on the cover of magazines saying it's healthy? Why are we pretending that morbid obesity is anything but fucking death, disease, and cost and burden to society? 1.7 million Americans a fucking year. A fucking year. If we could save 50% of them, 50 fucking percent of them, it would be 850,000 Americans a year saved. A fucking year. And yet we're pretending like being fat as fuck is not dangerous for us. I mean, we're pretending that just staying inside, avoiding sunlight, having no physical fucking activity, and eating straight DoorDash for fucking living is how we should fucking live. I mean, it's so crazy. I can't wrap my fucking head around it. That's how fucking insanity is. People with chronic conditions are the most frequent users of healthcare in the United States. They account for 81% of hospital admissions, 91% of all prescription fills filled, and 76% of all physicians' visits. What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, dude, like, you fucking virtue signaling motherfuckers about all the facial decorations and the jabs and shit like that, acting like if it could just save one life, slap the fucking donut out of a fucking friend's hand if they're morbidly obese. That can save their fucking life instead of telling them to put a fucking facial decoration on. You fucking simpletons. I mean, like we are really a dumb fucking species. Like, you guys get fucking distracted by the shiny fucking objects. It's fucking crazy. Crazy. This is 3.8 trillion. This is like 86% of 3.8 trillion fucking dollars. Over $3 trillion is spent on chronic illness and disease in America. 3 trillion a year, a fucking year. And yet alone, we can't even fucking openly state that fucking living a shitty lifestyle that makes you morbidly obese is in fact bad for you. When we spend this much money, when it costs this much death, this much fucking problems, how in the fuck do we get to a point in society where we literally can't even talk about it without being villainized? The fuck is wrong with you people? 15 days to slow the spread so the hospital system didn't get overloaded, because that's what it was for. Go back and look. It's been too long. Too much shit has been memory hold. People forget the fact. They fucking absolutely forget the fact that, hang on a second, fucking YouTube acts like they're huge monitors but can't block the fucking bots. But we act like, 15 days to slow the spread was for anything but to stretch it out so the hospital systems didn't get overloaded. Maybe if they didn't have 81% of hospital admissions filled with fucking chronic illnesses, 91% of all prescriptions filled, and 76% of physicians' visits, maybe if that shit was cut in half and not clogging the hospital system, we wouldn't be worried about a cold virus. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Chronic disease also accounts for the vast majority of healthcare spending, and in the U.S., total spending in public and private healthcare amounted to approximately $2 trillion in 2005. Of that amount, more than 75% went towards treatment of chronic disease. That's 2005 numbers. Extrapolate that up, 75% to the 3.8 trillion. This is equivalent to $5,000 worth of spending per person on treatment of chronic diseases, more than double what the average American spends on gasoline in a year. In publicly funded health programs, spending on chronic disease represents an even greater proportion of total spending, more than 99% in Medicare and 86% in Medicaid. Holy fuck. So 99% of Medicare and 83% of Medicaid is chronic illness derived. If we cut that in half through healthy lifestyle fucking mitigation, what the fuck? I'm going just reading through a few things. Here's one. Chronic disease, often preventable, frequently managed. Many chronic diseases could be prevented, delayed, or alleviated through simple lifestyle changes. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, by the way, that's the CDC, estimates that eliminating 3 risk factors, poor diet, inactivity, and smoking, would prevent 80% of heart disease and stroke, 80% of type 2 diabetes, and 40% of all cases of fucking cancer. That's fucking insane to me when you consider getting proper rest, proper hydration, and getting some decent joy in your life reducing your stress level down, that could be up to 85 to 90% of all chronic illness. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Not you people watching, but just people that fucking pass by this. This is fucking silliness, right? I mean, it absolutely is. I don't even get it. Like, very clearly, any doctor that is not talking about this right now in the throes of a global pandemic is a fucking shill and charlatan. Any doctor that is not impressing upon people to try to get to a healthier fucking position in life is, in fact, not trying to fucking help you. What the fuck? I mean, come on now. This much spending, this much death, 1.7 million deaths a year to chronic illnesses. 1.7 million. You want to fucking try to throw these inflated, reduce all those down, and guess what else gets reduced? The fucking thing that all you guys, like so many people have been like acting like it's the big bad fucking boogeyman and we should fucking destroy society for. Wake the fuck up, everybody. Like you yourselves, all you people that are awake that are in the comments and are agreeing. You, please, I understand it's difficult, but talk to your loved ones about this type of shit. This is the killer, right? Chronic illness, disease, inflammation, eating in a way that's causing a chronic inflammatory state in your body, not just by the food that you're taking in, because ultra-processed foods are, in fact, highly inflammatory foods, but also just in being fat in general causes you to be in a chronic state of inflammation. We can prevent so much death, so much disease, so much burden to our fucking lives, to our fucking country, to the fucking world. We could save so much money and direct those funds towards other fucking things. It would also help save the fucking planet for those of you that are into the climate change shit, because you cannot pretend you are actually for trying to save the planet through lowering carbon emissions while obese people and people that overconsume add 20% more than the average person of a lean state. Like, this is the shit. This is why I get frustrated. People ask why I'm the angry bald man. It's because most motherfuckers are stupid. That's why. It's aggravating. It's fucking very aggravating. Most of you motherfuckers, not you watching, but most of you motherfuckers that are just casually going on by are stupid as fuck. That's why I seem angry. If you're wondering why there's some crazy fucking bald dude yelling at you right now, if you've never seen this before, it's because most of you are stupid as fuck. That's why. It's because most of you are stupid. Like dumb, like chicken dumb. Like look up into, like go outside, see it's raining, look up and drown from the rain because you're wondering where it's fucking coming from, stupid. Like we wonder why hospitals are overloaded when we're fat as fuck, when we eat poorly, when we eat in a way that's going to cause more heart disease, eat in a way that's going to cause more type 2 diabetes. When we just treat this shit instead of saying we try to prevent it, that's dumb as fuck, people. It's super dumb, like super moronically stupid. I can't even get over how fucking ridiculous it is. Here's another one. This is from RAND.org. Chronic conditions in America. This is from 2017. 60% of all adults now live with at least one chronic condition. 42% have more than one. So that just so everybody understands, this is 2017 numbers. It's much higher than this now. Percentage of U.S. Numbered by 5 plus chronic illnesses is 12% of the population in 2017. 5 plus chronic conditions. That makes up 41% of the fucking healthcare spending. 3 plus is 67. One comorbidity and up is 90% of all healthcare spending. It is very fucking frustrating. Very, 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 very frustrating. I want to, like for real, like this is important that people understand, okay? I don't want to be mean. I don't consider myself being mean. I want to make sure everybody understands this is to do better for everybody, for us, for you, for your children, for their children. We cannot keep adding burden like this. We cannot afford it. It is inhumane. It is inhumane to not be discussing weight loss, lifestyle change when we incur this much burden, this much death. It is in fucking humane to lose 1.7 million Americans a year to preventable chronic illness. If 80% of it could be avoided, 1.7 million times 0.8 is 1.356 million, I believe. Hang on. My ADHD is not letting me go. 1.356 million people that die that's preventable a year. 1.36 million Americans die when could be prevented from chronic illness a year. What the fuck? But make sure to really shame that motherfucker who doesn't want to get the fucking experimental therapy. Make sure to really shame that person. This is why, and this no shit. And I mean, I obviously fucking help. I help morbidly obese people again on a daily fucking basis. My wife and I are dedicated. We have dedicated our fucking lives to this. No shit. Like dedicated everything. The entirety of who we are. And just so you know, again, here is the consultation. Here is the link to coaching. Do not be one of these fucking statistics. I cannot fucking believe how ridiculous this bullshit is. I can't. I can't get it. It is so inhumane to watch people literally die when they don't need to. I mean, I'm somehow mean, but people that tell other people be as fat as you want, don't listen to anybody else. That's not mean. Like me being honest with people is somehow mean, but somebody dead straight looking a fucking fat woman in the face and saying you're fine just the way you are because you're so pretty. Don't listen to anybody. You do you. Stay the weight you're at. That is an evil fucking lie, and we know it. That's an evil fucking lie, and everybody knows it. Everybody fucking knows it. They know it. The people that fucking say it know it. It's like the person you're lying to knows you're lying to them. They're just happy you're lying to them so they don't have to face the fucking truth about themselves. That's society right now. That's where it's fucking insane. That's where it's just fucking ridiculous. I don't even get. I mean, I don't even fucking get it. I really don't. Let me see here. Anyway, okay. Gentonic, how are you? Pleasure to fucking see you. Ambrosia's a supplement brand. Ambrosia's a supplement brand. It is a brand owned by Mark and Sean Torbody, and that is where we will actually be releasing No Morbidity before we branch off into our own brand from there. We're giving it a springboard launch because we definitely think that people fucking need it. Wow, Jen, would you say you have a state of full recovery? Here's my thing about binge eaters and stuff like that. Don't ever consider yourself, and this, she would probably say this to you too. Nobody, if they've ever had a problem with food, a disordered relationship with food, which is fucking majority of people right now, myself included, because I am a binge eater, I don't ever consider myself in full recovery. I always consider myself recovering, because if I am constantly recovering, then I don't get lazy, I don't get dissuaded, I don't slack. I always try to make sure I'm getting my good hydration, my hydration, sleep, stress relief, eating good nutrition, occasionally getting something in for just pleasure so I don't feel too restricted. I eat in a pattern that reduces my hunger down through the course of the day, depending on what I eat, because different foods have different satiation effects on the body. Some foods make you hungrier than other foods. Other foods satiate you more. I try to make sure my energy levels are good. I supplement very, 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 very meticulously to the point where I make sure that I try to take all sorts of and I don't performance enhance supplement. I try to enhance my health and longevity supplementation. So that sort of thing. But I would never consider anybody fully recovered from any type of disordered eating. You are always in recovery. Eating disorders go into remission; they never go away. That is what she said. This says right fucking here, right here, right here. Always work on it. That's one of the things with our coaching. We that's one of the things with our coaching. We help people to develop the skills that they would need on their own to make these adjustments, to make the assessment and adjustment of their own life. Like one of the things we teach everybody, it's a habit we try to get them to form in. If you ate more than what you wanted that day, you should sit back and look at the reasons why. Were you overly tired, overly stressed, overly dehydrated? Was there a combination of these things? Were you ill prepared? Was there a way you can do it better the next time? Those sorts of things, you know? I ballooned up to almost 280 pounds since mid-2020. What would you consider to be the lesser evils? Breaking a fast with carbs or eating them for dinner? If you're 280 pounds, I would wonder why you're worried about making sure you fit carbs in. Just so you know, but I would focus on when you break any fast. I would focus on being as much protein and healthy fats as humanly possible, and I would minimize carbohydrates to only vegetable sources. That's it. Maintenance is a thing. Like I should still go to therapy sessions occasionally, even when I'm not as in need. I completely agree. That is very fucking good advice. This is very, very, very good advice. Great fucking job. No shit. Brad Pitt is talking to us. What are your thoughts on drinking super coffee with MCT oil if you're not doing keto technically? I have Fuerta, which is an ambrosia product, and it is an MCT oil that I put in. If I have afternoon coffee or if I have decaf coffee, I put it in there. I try not to take in any calories before. Like I haven't eaten it at all yet today. I just had coffee and water today, and I'm not even hungry. So I'll probably wait till dinner to eat. And I'm not even on my supplement right now. I'm not even on no morbidity right now. I'm actually testing out a few other things right now for future products. One to help with blood sugar regulation and insulin control, increased insulin sensitivity. Very good for people with PCOS and for people with blood sugar issues, that sort of thing. And we're looking forward to it. Anyway, rather than doing that, I would personally reduce carbs and find that fucking great advice. My fucking audience has great fucking advice. God damn, motherfuckers, hell yeah. I am type 1 diabetic, and for type 1 diabetes, if I was a type 1 diabetic, I'd be so pissed at type 2 diabetics because they have a fucking option most of the time. No shit. Thank you. It's worth every single moment. Absolutely. After hitting 300 pounds and my dad passing away, I had to get my life tomorrow. I lost 100 pounds after 2 years. I plan on losing 20 more. I'm improving my cardio and lifting with Army friends. That's fucking phenomenal. That's what a fucking hero looks like right there. I'm sorry for the passing of your dad. Let's see. I personally don't use supplements. I don't fast. I work out. Oftentimes, people with type 1 diabetes really need to have consistency of their food. That sort of thing. Your work has helped me pay attention to my health. Thank you. You are so right. It is not about being pretty. It's about being healthy. 60 pounds. I move better, carry more stuff. Up 3-5-4. That's fucking amazing. Valerie, great fucking job. Great fucking job. No shit. That's fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Great fucking job. And all right. And thank you, Summer. Anyway, I can't fast. I'm currently underweight and get hungry really easily. Then you shouldn't be you should be trying to make sure you're at a healthy weight instead of fasting. Can't wait for your supplement to come out. I've been doing 16-8 fasting pattern recently, but I find myself getting hungry before noon. This will absolutely help you out. Don't get so fucking crazy about the intermittent fasting patterns. Okay, people act like 16 hours is like this thing you have to hit or something like that. It's not necessarily like that. Just try to push it off to a smaller window if you can, but don't get too caught up into it because that just adds stress and pressure. If you ask me. Let's see. I take beef liver, magnesium bicarbonate, vitamin D3 in winter months. You should take it all the time, just so you know. Oysters for zinc. Most people are vitamin D deficient, but that's a great fucking outline, Leanne. That's outstanding. That's very good. Way to go, Valerie. Agreed. Fasting is not for everyone. It's absolutely not for everybody. Alan, I walked in Publix the other day. Their father and daughter, morbidly obese, made my skin crawl. It's very sad to see them do that. So, let's see. The first time You do a 48 to 72 hour fast. It is very difficult, but once you get through it, it becomes much easier. I don't necessarily suggest fasting that long for most people, especially if they bounce back. I do like daily intermittent fasting, but days in a row, I don't necessarily advocate for that. Just so you know, to each their own, though. Fasting is not a miracle cure, a silver bullet. Exactly. I mean, exactly. If you're not doing any fasting in a calorie deficit, the defining factor of net carbs for weight loss. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not losing weight. Period. It has nothing to do with it doesn't nothing to do with the makeup of the calories. Now, what makes up the TDEE has a lot to do with your hormones and how your body reacts to those foods and stuff like that too. Your activity level, your age, your gender, those sorts of things, right? But if you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not losing weight. So if you are looking to be in a calorie deficit, I highly suggest you stick with eating protein, healthy fat first, because that is what your body needs. Your body does not need carbohydrates. We are just addicted to carbs. We are. Uh, I can get off the floor and lay back down easily, though. That's good for you. Good. D3 all the time. I'm Canadian and I'm exhausted. I would say absolutely yes. You should have D3 all the time. 5,000 IU's minimum. D3 all the time. I live in Florida and I take 5,000 IU's in D3. We do not get enough D3. I agree. I lost 100 pounds down to the last 30. I count calories and it's nearly impossible to believe I won't balloon back up if I stop counting them. I would love to, though. We can help you. That one of the things we do is make sure people get off of that. I would suggest if you don't want to get the coaching, this is for everybody, but we help people do that all the time. We try to leave people not counting calories, just living a life. Like it should be just like a thing where it's just like they just kind of live life, and it's just they once a week maybe have something for pleasure. The rest of the week eat food that they really really like, whole food, vegetables, fruits, meats that they really really like the flavor of. They prepare most of themselves, and they just kind of stay healthy. They don't track calories. But if for some reason you don't want to get the coaching or get the consultation or anything like that, what I suggest you do is as you are putting food into your calorie counter, make sure you're guessing before you put it in to see how many calories it is. That way you can keep mental track, and you need to teach yourself. You need to show yourself that you already know these numbers. And if you don't know it, you can know it. But the thing about calorie counters is, and I did a whole section on this in my first book, but the whole thing about calorie counters is that it is just a guesstimate. They are just wild guesstimates. It's like, depending upon like the actual piece of meat, they could be varying in nutritional differences just from being two different pieces of meat. You're guessing at the portion size. It's a guesstimate based off of what it was done before. It could be off by like 20%. So you just want to take a guess yourself, get in within the ballpark, the realm, and that gives you a better idea of what you're eating too. You want to become the calorie counter, in other words. If you're underweight, fasting isn't recommended. Neither is it recommended for those with a history of AN or restrictive eating disorder. Not necessarily. Okay. Some people do well with one meal a day because you can get plenty of your sustenance in one meal a day, and then the thing is, as long as they're not restricting from eating the calories they need, how much when in the day doesn't matter. It doesn't. I will say this: for most anorexics, they should focus on increasing the caloric makeup of the food versus the quantity of the food, especially at the very beginning. You know, fasting and skipping breakfast, you can just adjust your calories and take after that. I agree with that for the most part. So, Sherry DeVries, I get my blood work done every 6 months to check on my hormone levels and do a check back. 35 years old. That's very intelligent thinking. Very fucking good. Lady Hawk, 10,000 IU's a day of D3 here in the Northeast U.S. Winter is a terrible dark time. Very fucking good. Very fucking good. Are cheat days the Diablo? Thinking of them as cheat days is absolutely Diablo. First of all, why are you going to take a whole fucking day to cheat? Why are you going to take a whole fucking day to cheat? Like, eat something for pleasure. You don't need a whole day to fucking gorge yourself. That's binging. Just be real. That's a binge. That's not a cheat day. That's a binge. If you have one item that you've been wanting, it's not like you haven't eaten shit you've liked all fucking week. It's not like you ate like shit all week. Like you ate horribly. Like you didn't actually eat food. Like you ate gruel or like prison food all fucking week, and then you get to fucking have a cheat day. There's no cheating. Your body does not recognize it as a fucking cheat. Your body recognizes it as fucking calories coming in. And if you have a 5,000 calorie cheat day, your chances are if you've eaten close to maintenance most of the days of the fucking week, and then you eat a 5,000 calorie cheat day, you're actually probably going to gain some fucking weight. You know? So if you go on a 1,200 calorie a day diet, it is a major wake up call because you realize you are getting your entire day's calories in one meal. 1,200 calories a day shouldn't just like the thing is it depends on who the person is. Like that would be for a very small female, probably like very small. You know, I mean, the weird thing is people think that they can eat way more or should eat way less than what they actually are. Like most adult males, to be real, should eat about 1,800 to 2,200 calories with daily activity. Because if you're just walking for 30 minutes a day, that's not really fucking exercise. It's just daily activity. But if that's all you got time for, 1,800 to 22 calories a day, 2,200 calories a day is probably what's going to end you up at somewhere around 170 pounds. Most men should weigh probably about 170 pounds. I mean, just to fucking be real. Most dudes that are 200 pounds do not have the muscular development to possibly in any way think of themselves as healthy at 200 pounds. I mean, frankly, I am right now still a pretty big man, and I weigh about 185 or 190 pounds right now. When I'm fully, when I'm like dieted down, when I decide to get leaner, I actually prefer being a little like being in the 14% body fat range, 14, 15%. I much prefer it. Yeah, my joints feel better, but I do get lower in the summer just because it gets warmer and my body just kind of sheds it off, and my workouts get more intense, that sort of thing. Blah blah blah. And I wouldn't even give a fuck about it if I wasn't on fucking YouTube for fitness. Just to be real, I would just live my happy ass life, fucking eating in the way I do to avoid binges, because that's literally my existence. Is I avoid binges. But most dudes that are 200 pounds are fat as fuck. Just to be real, you guys are not power lifters. You are not fucking strong men. Most of you have about 160 pounds of lean mass on you and 40 pounds of fucking fat. I mean, that's literally fucking what we're at. So most dudes have about 160 to 165 pounds of lean mass and about 35 pounds of fat if they weigh 200 pounds. Just get there. You don't need to be that big. You do not need to be that big. I also live in Florida. Love it here. It's fucking amazing. Amazing. If you're overweight, you've cheated enough. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Assume you only have olive oil. If there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat, and then there's 388 grams in 350 calories, how do we gain weight when we do not consume 1 pound of substance? I hear what you're saying, but you don't actually. I mean, it's not technically 3,500 calories. It's not like this fucking finite line. It could be anywhere from 3,200 calories, I believe, to up to 4,400 calories, depending on the type of fat and stuff like that. So. Let me see here, scroll down. I'm going to scroll all the way. Isn't height a factor? Height is a factor when it comes to how many calories you should eat. Absolutely. Excellent, man. Thank you. Let me turn it off though. I appreciate it. Boom. Okay. Thank you. I'll get you all signed up and ready to go as soon as I'm done with this fucking thing. I think he's talking about average height males. Yeah, an average height male, anywhere from 5'8" to fucking 6 foot tall. If you're 200 pounds, most dudes do not have the muscular development to support that. When I get down to 180, people say I look too sickly. I'm 6'4". I stay at 200. That's probably right for you because you're that tall. That's fucking very good. I've been overweight my entire life. Peak was at 195, down to 170. I was at risk of diabetes, developing kidney stones, high blood pressure, dark spots on my armpits. Nope. Chasing life. Fucking good job. I lost 60 pounds in less than a year watching what I eat and walking about 2 miles a day. That's a fucking hero right there. That's a fucking hero right there. Great fucking job. All right. So, 15 days to slow the spread of obesity. Here's what you're going to do. 15 days. 15 days, I want you to only eat whole foods, meats, eggs, vegetables, fruit. No added sugar, no ultra-processed carbohydrates at all. No cookies, nothing with flour, no processed carbohydrates, or added sugar at all. Period. 15 days, right? Walk for 30 minutes a day. Spend 30 minutes a day preparing for your sleep. Make sure the room temperature is correct. Make sure you feel good. Take a nice hot shower. Make sure the sheets are comfy. Make sure the pillow is fluffed. Make sure the bedspread is the way you like it. Sometimes people, like one of the things I do is I'll make it a little extra cold and I'll throw a second blanket on because the weight seems to help me fall asleep. Okay? So make sure you have good sleep prep. Make sure you're getting proper stress relief every single day. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluid. Most people think they drink enough. They don't drink nearly fucking enough. They don't drink nearly fucking enough at all. I personally drink about a gallon to a gallon and a half of water every single day. When it gets warmer out here in probably about another month, it'll be 2 gallons to 3 gallons of water every fucking day because I work out outside and I sweat a lot. But most people should take in anywhere from an ounce per every half pound to a pound of body weight of fluid a day. Okay? Start with take your weight in pounds, divide it in half. That is your base hydration in ounces that you get in. Add 30 ounces or so for activity. Add 30 ounces or so for being in a warm climate if you are. Those sorts of things. Okay? But for 15 days, do this. No processed carbohydrates. 15 days, make sure you focus on your sleep, your hydration, your stress relief. 15 days. If you cannot stay away from processed carbohydrates for 15 fucking days, if you cannot only eat actual food for 15 days, you should ask yourself why. You should ask yourself if your life is conducive. If it's a matter of convenience, you should ask yourself, why in the fuck? Why in the fuck should you not be able to eat only food? Why do you have to eat ultra-processed carbohydrates in a day? For convenience. If you just can't say no to them because they're calling your name, because you hear them screaming that you want peanut M&Ms, there's a little voice for me all the fucking time. Realize you have a fucking problem and you need to get some fucking help with that problem. For real. For real. You should abso-fucking-lutely try this. Even if you're healthy and you eat processed carbohydrates, you should try it. See how you feel 15 days from there. See if you're sleeping better. See if you feel better. See how much weight you fucking lost. If you eat a lot of processed carbohydrates and you just stop, in 15 days, you could lose a lot of fucking weight. It will fucking strip off of you. For real. Stick to real fucking food, people. That is the 15 days to slow the spread of obesity, is eat real food, stay away from processed carbohydrates, period. Get plenty of sleep, plenty of hydration, plenty of stress relief. 15 days. Check back with me. If you can't do that for 15 days, you should ask yourself why. If you can't do that for 15 days, take us up on the coaching special, because for real, motherfuckers, you've got a problem. If you can't just eat real food and get good sleep and get good hydration and get stress relief for 15 fucking days, that shit means you are fucked up. And the fucked up thing is, a lot of you that are watch this, maybe not the people that watch every single day because they've been listening, but a lot of people that watch this are going to be fucked up on it. They're not going to be able to fucking do it. It's going to be hard for them. Most prepackaged foods are just salt, fat, and sugar. That's exactly fucking true. That's fucking exactly true. Boom. Exactly. Are carbs from things like potatoes and rice fine? They are, absolutely. Right? Vegetables, rice, things like that, absolutely fine. I suggest this very, very clearly. I would push all that. I would push any type of vegetable starch to your evening meal. If you're going to have green and leafy vegetables, maybe even some broccoli earlier, that's fine. But if you're going to have an actual carbohydrate source in a day like that, I would put it at your evening meal. If you wanted to, you could roast off some sweet potatoes extra, keep them in your refrigerator, heat them back up in a microwave one a day, put a little bit of cinnamon on it, and it tastes like sweet potato pie filling, and that's your sweet thing for the day. That's the thing. You can eat real fucking food. Eat real fucking food, and you'll fucking be healthier. Just got broken up. How do you find the motivation again? and get back on track with things? Well, depends on who you are. But if I was you, I'd look up diabetic foot amputations and check out all the pictures. Look up fat roll necrotizing fasciitis. Look up all the pictures. Think about if you want to have children, and think about your child wishing you would have said no to food and being there for them. Think about that shit. How many calories a day do I eat? I eat anywhere between about 2,000 and 2,500 calories depending on the day. I'm in this chair a lot. I work out for a little bit a day, and then I do a lot of work. I sometimes eat Kind bars or Cliff bars, but only as convenience if I'm going on a 7-mile walk. Since I started eating raw honey, I don't crave candy anymore. That's a good thing. Raw honey also has some good allergy stuff to it, and antibiotic stuff to it too. I cut out all processed food last June. I'm down 56 pounds. I can't imagine eating any other way. That's what I'm fucking telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Boiled sweet potatoes, a small amount of almond milk, cinnamon, and cloves is my comfort food. Great fucking job, Richard. Great fucking job. No shit. Great fucking job. Raw honey and maple syrup. Yeah, raw honey and maple syrup is a much better choice than added sugar. I still very clearly suggest you put that off until the end of the day for your sweet thing. Okay? Like, let's not sugar seek before we even start this shit. Right? Try to understand that the taste of sweet needs to be put to the end of the day at the very fucking earliest, okay? If you put the taste of sweet to the end of the day and it does cause you to crave more food, then you're only awake for another hour or two to fight off the fucking cravings. Just common sense. Just common sense. Anyway. All right, so guys, what questions do you got? Let's do this for a couple minutes before I get going. I got a lot of writing today, a lot of other shit I got to do today. And I've enjoyed our conversation. I'm glad that everybody keeps their fucking... So no oatmeal for breakfast. I wouldn't eat oatmeal for breakfast. Oatmeal I eat for dinner or for my afternoon or my after dinner treat sometimes. But I start my day off, prioritize to the front of your day protein and fat. That's what your body needs. Your body does not need oatmeal. Your body does not need carbohydrates. If you are especially fat, you do not need carbohydrates, especially first thing in the day to get you going. If you are fat, chances are you're going to eat those carbohydrates. They're going to have you hungrier all day than what you fucking normally want to be. Work on protein, healthy fat. For real. All right, so ask some questions. I really appreciate everybody listening. I really just want to kind of impress upon people. Oh, you know what? I did want to do one other thing. I did want to do one other thing. Because we're talking about the burden of comorbidities, right? And I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood where we're at here. Okay? As of the 30th of June, let me see here. As of the 30th of June, according to the CDC, here's where we're at for the pandemic. If you want to take a look, right here, for over 5% of these deaths, the pandemic was the only mentioned cause of death on the certificate. For deaths with conditions or causes in addition to the pandemic, on the average, there were 4 additional conditions or causes per death. If we want to take a strong look at this, and by the way, this is also on the CDC. I mean, this is just all CDC. I love how people say I'm a fountain of misinformation when I just go on the CDC. So if you look at this number right here, okay, this is, let's see if it will pull up for you guys, 874,040. So 874,040 times approximately 5% is 43,702. So from 2020 until 2022, 43,702 approximately people have passed away only from the pandemic. Everybody else has had, on the average, 4 or more conditions, chronic illnesses, burden, 80 to 90% of which are avoidable by lifestyle mitigation. So 830-some thousand people, about 830,000 people, have passed away in the last 2 years with the pandemic, and 4 other chronic illnesses to add to the 1.7 million people that pass away from chronic illnesses a year. So, in the time of the vid, 3.4 million people have passed away from chronic illnesses. How in the fuck am I the evil one? How in the fuck is it me that is mean to people for trying to implore to them that they should lose weight and get healthy so they're not a burden on society, their families, and themselves? How am I the one that somehow is evil for stating very clear facts from the fucking CDC and all other scientific, like I can pull up scientific information stating how this is killing people and beg for people, literally beg for people to get healthier because I don't like seeing 1.7 million people die, 1.36 million of them avoidably by simple lifestyle fucking changes a year. I'm somehow evil, and we should push, people that there's anti-fatness in fitness and all that stupid shit. They want you fat. They want you sickly. They want you dependent. Fat people, obese people, people that consume a lot of food, consume a lot of fucking everything, as you can see, just so everybody understands, when we're talking $3.8 trillion in healthcare spending, that's $3.8 trillion in healthcare revenue for people. It's revenue for these companies. It's revenue for the healthcare industry. It's revenue for the pharma industry. We saw a statistic earlier that 91% of all pharma prescriptions are for lifestyle choices. 90% of the pharma industry is lifestyle choice driven. You are not an actual free person if you have a monthly subscription service to the pharma industry. You're not actually, they own you. If they give you life fucking saving medication, if it's insulin, if it's high blood pressure medication or something like that, where you need it to fucking live because of your lifestyle, you have enslaved yourself to them. Understand that. I'm going to answer a few questions and I'm going to be done. The media will never address this stuff because food lobbyists, I hear you. People can fucking say what they want. Nobody, I'm sorry, but I use their data. People cannot fucking refute it. Do thermogenic supplements actually work? Thermogenic supplements technically work because they do raise your internal body temperature. That might provide a slight bit of extra caloric burn. It's also on the same premise of drinking super cold water, and your body has to spend a little bit extra time thermogenically heating it up to get it to body temperature. You know what I mean? Like it has its premise, but it does not help that much. And most of the time, they're coupled with very serious diuretics and or a lot of caffeine. Plus, do you really want to be fucking with your hypothalamic reaction, like your body thermogenesis? So I think that's why I'm happy about the product that we have coming out. The product we have coming out is non-stimulant based, non-thermogenic based. It actually functions. It actually steps in on one of the mechanisms of hunger, on your body producing ghrelin. And it has several other ingredients that do a bunch of other things too. So I cannot fucking wait. 15 days of slowness for obesity should have been implemented when the FDA released the food pyramid. No shit. Let's see. Alan Roberts. My father is religious-based vegetarian who struggles with his high-carb diet in Taiwan. My mother has tried a lot of different cooking, but doesn't like any. But he doesn't like any of it. What should I do? You can pick one. I first of all, when people say that they're vegetarian for religious purposes and then eat processed food, it makes me kind of. Normally, at the time, people are vegetarian for religious purposes, meaning they want to eat just the source. But I mean, at some point in time, it'll catch up. Like I get it, but it sounds to me like he's making a choice. I do find it fucking crazy that your mom fucking cooks shit for him and he says he doesn't like it. I would never that's fucked up. It really is. So I'm just saying. But Derek, I really would try to implore upon him, like, hey, you've got to diversify your diet a little bit. If he wants to stay vegetarian, vegetarian is still eggs and stuff like that too. So you can get plenty of protein from there. Anyway, dang, I always get to tell you these. Dozer Moser, I'm very sorry about that, but I do need to get running, folks. Today was 15 days to slow the spread of obesity. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, but I'll be posting it up here before too long. You guys will get to see it, and we will fucking go from there. God damn.